Welcome back. This is Fresh from the Freezer number 3. Today we're going to do another trial video. Well, I'm doing the video. I'm doing a trial video. You're going to watch a trial video about dairy products. Do they freeze or not? We're going to check today. Milk, soy milk, sour cream, creme fraiche, butter, and an egg. Now, before you think I've completely lost my mind, we can't drink a liter of milk, a gallon of milk in a week. I know that seems strange, but so it goes bad quickly. So I think it should be logical that we should be able to freeze it and pull it out later. Okay, the cell structure changes when it freezes, but for a liquid, like, what does that mean? So I'm going to put, about a cup of milk in the container, and I'm just going to put it in the freezer, and then I'm going to defrost it, and then I'm going to drink it. Tell you what happens. I don't know. Do you know the answer to this one already? Have you already been freezing milk for a long time and you're smarter than I am? You should tell me right now. Soy milk. For those of you who are lactose intolerant and who just like to have something different, this is boisson au soy, or soya. They don't even call it milk in France. It's just a drink, soy drink. And it's unsweetened here, which makes it very strange. But I still like to have it on cereal. So I'm going to put some soy milk in here. I have no idea. I mean, can you freeze tofu? If you can freeze tofu, does that mean you can freeze soy milk? Oh, and to keep them separated, I wrote soy on the lid. And I'll burp it. 2 down. Okay. Sour cream. Creme fraiche. Virtually the same when you scoop them up. They are sort of white and thick, and from what I can guess, I think that because the cell structure changes and the water comes out, I think this is going to separate. We're going to have something lumpy and something with water. That's my guess. I don't know if it's going to change the flavor or the taste any, but I'm going to put some in a container, some creme fraiche. Because, as you can see, they sell it in really big containers, and if you buy some, it's not that cheap, and so you want to be able to have the leftovers saved. Same thing with sour cream. I know it's sour and all that, but I can never eat a container of sour cream before it starts to grow. A science experiment. So I'm wondering what happens if we freeze it. No, this might be another one of those ones that just doesn't work and it becomes a big disaster. Are you going to close or not? Okay, good. I guess the answer to that was no. Done. Now, butter. I can use it's not a pound, but I can use a chunk of butter like this in about 2 weeks, and that doesn't spoil in the fridge, and so I'm happy to cut off a little piece, eat it with our toast, cut off another little piece, eat it with our toast. I also bake with it sometimes, some special recipes. But if you're able to buy butter in large quantities when it's on sale, you may want to keep it for months. Or if you come to France and you buy cool butter and you go home, you may want to keep it for a long time. So I'm going to cut off a piece of this butter. And I'm going to leave it in its original wrapping as much as I can. And then I'll just cover this with saran wrap for the rest of it. And I would double wrap it, so make sure that there's 2 layers all the way around, because you don't want it picking up the smells from the freezers. Remember yesterday's video with the onions? Okay. I hope you'll be okay, because I wouldn't want to have to throw you out. Please be okay. Okay. Cheese. If the cell structure changes and cheese is going to change and some of the liquid is going to come out, then I think that means it's going to be drier, which would be fine if it was grated. I'm not sure I would freeze a block like this, so I'm going to grate it and put it in the freezer. Because I mean, think of how many times you dirty the box grater to grate a 1/4 cup of cheese. Or if you get out your food processor and you grate up, 5 pounds of cheese at a time. This is cheddar cheese. It is white cheddar. This is, it's hard to find cheddar cheese in France, but this is imported from England. And you know, like any good North American, I can't live without my cheddar cheese. Okay, so I'm going to put some of that crumbly grated cheese into a little container. And I wouldn't pack it down, I would just sort of, you know, lightly sprinkle it in. And then, see what that looks like when I take it out of the freezer. I'm a bit worried about that. Have you already frozen cheese? Do you know it works? And I'm nervous for nothing. Okay, and this last test is completely random and I really don't think it works, but I'm willing to try. Can you freeze an egg? I don't mean in the shell, because when things freeze they expand, and so I know if I put it in the freezer like this it would break. But I'm thinking, if I take it out of the shell and I mix it up a little bit, can I put that in the freezer? And if so, what does it taste like? Because if this works, do you realize what we've done? If this all works, then it means that we can freeze quiche in a Ziploc bag. We can put eggs and milk and cheese and onion and green pepper in a and creme fraiche or sour cream or cottage cheese, whatever your binder is for your quiche. Put it in a Ziploc bag, mix it up, and freeze it. When you want to make a quiche, you just pull out a bag of quiche to defrost it. Doesn't that seem like it would be perfect if it works? Freezer, fresh from the freezer quiche. There's my eggie. These are all going in. Okay, so I'll see you back in a day or two after I freeze these and defrost them. Let's see what we get. See you soon. Bye.